What?
Surrounded by leather in my brand new fancy car, rolling with the top down, smoking on a fat cigar. Cool breeze in my head, bittersweet smoke flying through the air. It's the wind.
You're on. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Not Just Blowing Smoke. That was Jeff Pitchell's Fat Cigar you've been listening to. We're coming at you live from Twin Smoke Shop studio headquarters in Hooksett, New Hampshire. It's cool out there.
It is.
You can follow us on Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google, wherever you get your podcast from. Be sure you follow us there so that you don't ever miss a thing. Tonight, I am here with my fellow co-hosts, Paul, Nick, and Dave.
COVID.
Bless you.
COVID.
Good thing we're so close together, huh, Dave?
Yeah. We're close. We're a close-knit bunch. And tonight, we are doing shorts. Short cigars and short pipes. It's going to be a real interesting show. This is something that we do every fall. We pick a few short cigars to recommend to you so that you can enjoy a nice quick walk with a dog, a nice short sit on the porch, and smoke a good cigar. And Paul, what are you smoking tonight?
Tonight I'm smoking the 724 Factory 57 Dog Walker. Yes, it's a 6-country blend. It's got a wonderful Nicaraguan Jalapa Habano wrapper.
It does.
With a Costa Rican binder, and then fillers from Honduras, Nicaraguan, Mexican San Andreas, and Colombia.
Very, very good.
Yes, it
Yes.
is very good.
I myself am smoking the Tatuaje Havana 6 Verocu number 5, the cigar with the longest name, I think. Well,
Yes.
maybe not. Dave may have the longest name, but we'll see. But this is a Nicaraguan Habano wrapper with Nicaraguan binder filler. It is a Petite Corona 4x40. Paul's is 4.5x40, so his is just a little longer than mine. That's what she said.
I won't say anything else.
Oh, my. Dave, you want to tell us about what you're smoking there?
I am smoking a RoMa Craft's Intemperance Virtue with a Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper with Honduran and Nicaraguan fillers and binders.
Well, it's Indonesian.
Indonesian
binder and Nicaraguan and Dominican fillers.
Nicaraguan Dominican. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nicaraguan?
That's what I'm here for, Dave. I'm here to make sure that the facts are correct.
Yes.
And Nick,
Yes.
what are you smoking over there? That funny shaped little thing.
This little perfecto. This one's going to be a short story by Fuente.
A Fuente.
A Fuente.
A Fuente.
Which-
A tall Fuente.
Which I'll
Fuente,
be
Fuente.
finishing in about 10 minutes from now.
Uh-huh.
If that.
So usually when I took my dog Zeus out for a walk, it's usually for about a half hour, 45 minutes. So I usually
Take a Churchill with you or
I
something?
usually do, yeah.
So
it was,
basically that gets you to the end of the driveway.
this gets me to the end of the road, but
Short
you know
stories.
he needs a lot of exercise being
All right,
being a
let's
Rottweiler. So.
stick to the whole short story thing.
Anyways,
And
short story,
the
Cameroon
short-
wrapper,
yes.
Dominican binder filler,
Correct.
and it's a lovely cigar.
It's a lovely cigar. It's a little Perfecto,
It is.
4x48. The Intemperance Virtue is a short Robusto, 4.5x52. It's the biggest of the short cigars we're smoking tonight. And, RoMa Craft does make smaller stuff, but just because we're doing small stuff doesn't mean we have to smoke the smallest stuff.
No.
Right?
Correct.
Right?
Right.
All right. And Paul, what are we pairing with these short cigars? Now, obviously, tonight, the pairings, especially with the cigars, is not really the focus of this. We're each smoking something different. So, but we wanted to drink something good.
Correct.
What did you suggest, Paul?
So I thought with the theme of this evening being very short or short cigars and short pipes, we would try to find something very short in the drink in the pairing. But there's no such thing as very. Thank you, Dave. There's no such thing as very short in the title of any spirit out there, as far as I know. But the word very small is. So we are drinking the Jefferson Reserve, very old, very small batch, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Ooh, let's try a little of that.
Oh, yes.
It's delicious.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
That's good.
Very, very good.
Jeff BOTL, our brother from the northern country of Canada, is watching. Hi there, Jeff. How you doing?
Hey, Jeff.
Glad you're with us tonight.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yep. Let's see here. And let's see. What's your initial thoughts, Dave, on the pairing with your Intemperance Virtue?
Well, I almost always smoke the bigger brother of this, which name is escaping my
Brotherly
The
kindness.
brotherly kindness.
Yes.
My goodness.
Yeah, I'm very
Surprised you forgot that
I'm
since,
so unfamiliar with the term.
since your brother is sitting right next to me.
There is
Yeah.
no brotherly kindness between that.
I love the.
Wow.
It's nutty. It's got like this neat little citrus,
This
kick
neat little
going on.
citrus kick.
and the drink is kind of bringing that out a little more. Yeah, that's about it. I love it.
And what about you, Nick? What are your thoughts on that right now?
On the pairing?
Yeah.
I wouldn't pick this cigar with the pairing. I like the bourbon. I think the bourbon being at 90 proof, I think it's a little bit too heavy for the cigar.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, the only thing I'm getting out of it is earth. Maybe a little nuttiness in there, but that's about it. The drink really overpowers the cigar, unfortunately. It is a lovely little cigar. I would probably maybe do it with a single malt, Glenfiddich, Glenlivet, Macallan. I think that would be a little bit better. This at 90 proof is a little bit too heavy for the cigar.
What's the proof of Glenlivet?
It's a little less than, I think it's like 80 proof. But that in a single malt, I think it's a little bit lighter than this is.
Okay. As far as I'm going, the bourbon is going really well. Is it bourbon?
It is.
Yeah. The
Straight
bourbon is
bourbon
going
whiskey. Yep.
really, really well with this cigar. The Nicaraguan jalapa wrapper has a lot going on, and those rich, earthy flavors get complemented by the drink very, very nicely. I'm very happy with it. What about you, Paul?
So this is actually my favorite 724 blends, the Factory 57. It's been a while since I've had the Dog Walker. On its own, the cigar is just a boatload of flavors coming at me. You have the sweetness, the spice, the leather, the earth, the cocoa, all well balanced. No flavor is really overpowering the other. With the drink, it is pulling away the sweetness. A lot more earth, leather, and spice are coming out. I think it's a great pairing with this one. This has got enough backbone and enough body in the cigar to keep up with the 90 proof bourbon that we have here.
Nice.
I think it's really, really delicious.
So, we're talking short cigars, and when fall comes around and things start to get colder, the nights come sooner. Maybe you can't get away as much, or maybe you're just looking for something that isn't a 90-minute smoke. We like to talk about short cigars. Now, the cigars that we're smoking all go from about $4.50, which is what mine costs, to $7.25. Now, why would you say, Paul, you should go for a short cigar for that price? Say $7.25. Okay, yours is $6.80, right?
$6.70. Yep.
$6.70 for that cigar. When you could get, like we were talking about last week, an Asylum 70 for $8.99. For a couple bucks more, you can get a cigar that's like 20 of that. Why smoke that cigar?
I think it's the quality that the cigar brings to the table. This, like I said, this is a very complex cigar. It's very delicious, very complex. Lots of different flavors are coming at me. Like I said, I had about 5 or 6 different flavors that are in the cigar that I'm picking up.
Yep.
With a larger cigar, whether it's an Asylum or JFR or whatever, the flavors are good, but they're not going to be as complex.
Right.
So if someone is looking for just a really rich, complex cigar, and don't mind paying the high 6s to 7, these cigars are going to stand right out at you. And so, I mean, I have no problem, paying the $6.70 for this cigar at all. I think it's just an absolutely delicious cigar.
Now your cigar, $7.25.
Yes. A little short
Why
story.
Why would you pay for that when you could get a larger cigar for about the same price?
I think the quality from a Fuente is very exceptional. You're getting a really nice Cameroon wrapper. It's been aged, Dominican tobacco binder filler, really nice. And for the time that you're going to be spending outside with this, you're getting a really good cigar. It's not a heavy cigar. It's not a light cigar, but it's really good. It's going to get you where you need to go.
Yeah. Now, Dave, what do you think for you? What's the appeal of smoking a shorter cigar?
I think one of the biggest reasons is time. This is quality for the time you're smoking it. One of the things that I love about RoMa Craft, though, is that they do tend to burn longer than most, I feel. They take a little longer
that's
to
true.
burn. As you can see, the burn's excellent. This whole cigar is going to stack dimes. This is like my favorite morning smoke with a cup of coffee, just to start my day. It's around 45 minutes, maybe longer if you take your time. And
Nick's laughing. 45 minutes. That's like 15 for me, brother.
About 20 in that thing.
if you take your time,
You take your time. That's it.
That's what
you can and really enjoy it. This has got a lot of like mild flavors, like nuts, like earth, little leather. There's some citrus in there that just pops out with the coffee.
Right.
It's absolutely amazing. I love it.
What about you, Nick? What's the appeal of short cigars?
Other than being crunched on time. That's
I don't
it.
know.
I'm
Nothing.
not.
I don't know why
nothing.
anybody would ever smoke one of these shorter things.
Like if you
I
don't
could
have,
eat this for breakfast. My chicken could enjoy
Well, I'm
this
almost
longer than I
done.
can.
I'm almost done, and we're 14 minutes into the segment. I don't go towards smaller cigars. That's not my thing.
Yeah, I know. You don't care
sorry.
about quality. You care about consumption.
Well, I care about both, but being it's a great cigar. Don't touch my drink. Don't touch it. If you crunch on time, you know what I mean. If you have 20 minutes in the morning or 20 minutes at night before you have to go to bed.
Yep.
If you're outside on your half-hour break at work, great cigar to have. It's not going to give you a crazy buzz, but it's got enough flavor in it where it's going to satisfy your taste buds.
Now let me ask you something.
Yeah.
When we were deciding, who was going to smoke what, you spoke up first.
I did.
And you chose that cigar, the Hemingway Short Story. Why did you choose that over the other cigars here?
The Cameroon wrapper.
You a Cameroon guy?
I love the Cameroon wrapper from a Fuente. I think he does it a little bit differently than every other Cameroon wrapper out there. It stands out in a crowd. You're going to get the most out of that Cameroon wrapper with the Dominican tobacco that he uses. It's a fantastic cigar. It's held the test of time, and that's why we sell and everybody else in the United States sells so much of them.
That's true. That's true. It is a fantastic cigar. And when it comes to Cameroon wrapper, which I think, because of its flavors, has to be blended a particular way to really get the most out of it. And they do it as well as anybody.
I absolutely. I definitely agree with you on that one.
Yep. Yep. Now, what are some other good short cigars that we could recommend to people? Paul, do you have another short cigar that maybe we're not smoking?
I do.
Hopefully that we're not smoking.
I do, and it kind of gets. We talked a little bit about cigars that got lost in the humidor a little bit. And this line definitely doesn't get lost, but I think this size does. The Micarita Cordita.
Ooh. Didn't I have that one the last time we did short cigars last
No,
year?
we didn't do it last. Did we do it last time?
I think
No.
it was a different size, right?
No, it wasn't the Gordita.
Did we do the Picano?
Picano,
Ah,
yeah. The
yes.
Gordita is just that.
A little fatter.
It's almost a little bit bigger than a bullet.
You sent you the email, Dave.
Yeah, it's a very short, stubby cigar. The Connecticut broadleaf with the it's a little stubby, short stubby. Like some people would.
That's a good one.
It is good. It's I mean I've smoked that a few times, and you get some nice cocoa earth pepper out of that. I think the size really kind of harnesses those flavors too. But that's one that not a lot of people talk about, and
It's true.
I think it deserves a little recognition today.
That's cool. Short cigars, come in all price points and quality and everything. And I'll tell you, if you want to celebrate something, but you want a short cigar for whatever reason, the Byron Petite Poema is amazing. It is a cigar that is aged for 5 years before it even comes to us at the store.
Yep.
It is an amazing, amazing little cigar. It is only 4x50. The wrapper, binder, filler are all undisclosed. We have no idea what's in it. All we know is it's good. And Nelson Alfonso, who manufactures that cigar, has just done a fantastic job. It retails for $20 a stick, but it is a very, very smooth, nuanced, very complex little cigar, and it's medium plus in flavor. It's one of the strongest in the Byron line. And if you're looking to treat yourself to a small cigar, that is Pastor Padron's pick for you. Nick, what's something that you would recommend to people?
It would be Aurora's 21st Maduro, the Robusto.
The Robusto.
The 5
Okay,
by 5,
yep.
5 by 50.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Honduran Puro,
Mm-hmm.
and that thing is blended to perfection.
That's a great pick.
At the Robusto's $13, and don't let the price tag scare you. It burns slow, so you're gonna get a good half hour, 45 minutes out of that if you take your time. And it's
I never take my time.
Well, I do. It's a great cigar. I love that thing. The body, the chocolate note on it, the spice, because they're using the Honduran tobacco in there.
Yep.
Smooth, nice coffee note in there. Earth. It's everything I want in a cigar if I need it in 30 minutes.
Or less.
Depends on how much time I have that day.
My time is valuable, and I have a lot of cigars I need to smoke.
Yes.
This cigar is not getting more than 15 minutes.
It's one of
so
6.
It's going down.
It's one of 6 that I usually smoke in a day, so it's going to get smoked.
That's when he walks the chicken coop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Dave, what about you? What's another favorite short smoke for you?
For me, it would be another RoMa Craft.
Mm-hmm.
The knuckle dragger.
The
Cro-Magnon.
knuckle dragger.
Oh yeah, that's
The
one of my
Cro-Magnon
favorites.
knuckle
That-
dragger.
with that Connecticut broadleaf.
Mhm.
Ooh, it's so good. So the other thing, that's like a small little punch to the face, like getting punched in the face by a midget. It's nice. it's got a lot of nicotine.
My lord.
It is awesome.
A lot of vitamin N, huh?
Yes, a lot of vitamin N. Yep, I get the shakes when I smoke that thing.
Really? Is it a good kind of shake?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness. When is a good time or occasion for a short cigar?
On a cold winter night after dinner, when you don't have to take the dog for a walk, you have maybe 20 to 30 minutes to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't mind bundling up, or in your case, sitting beside the fire, Pastor.
Oh yes.
We've had that discussion a few episodes ago.
Yes.
That's when a short cigar really comes in handy for me.
Mhm.
I'm not a big fan of the short cigars, in the summertime, or
No.
if I am walking the dog. My dog walker's usually an hour and a half Toro, but but if you've got, I mean, if I'm visiting family, or family's visiting me, and after dinner, after we clean up and all that, I want to go outside for about a half hour or so. That's the time for me, especially in the holidays, to have a short cigar where I can just take a step back, breathe, and just enjoy it.
Nick, do you have any other occasions that you might recommend to somebody a short cigar?
I don't. Either you got to go on break and you need a cigar, or
Those 20-minute bathroom breaks.
yeah,
See, yeah,
20-minute bathroom break.
Go to the outhouse, take a cigar,
Something,
light it up, and kaboom!
I don't. See, the thing with me is that I don't run into that. If I'm Thanksgiving or if I'm with my family and it's dinner and we're having fun,
You don't smoke
I
in the
wait.
bathroom?
No, I don't. I
Oh.
don't smoke in the bathroom.
I'm smoking the boys.
I usually wait until the end of the night until I get home. I go in my smoking room. I sit down, whether I have to bundle up or I have to take clothing off because it's too hot in there.
What? What? What?
This is how it is. At
In
Nick's
your
house.
smoking room, you may have to bundle up, or you may have to be naked.
Naked smoke.
I never said I had to be naked. I'm just saying I may have to take off a shirt or put on some shorts or something like that.
Little
so.
Speedo.
No.
Is this seasonal? How it
is
happens,
seasonal,
or
yes.
is it
Very
like?
seasonal?
A workout onesie.
I don't have a workout onesie. I don't know what that means.
You
I don't
like
even
the
know what that
wrestling
is.
things, they're like
No, I don't
The
have.
wrestling things.
I don't have a
the
wrestling.
little onesies they wear.
No.
All right.
They
Whatever.
I
don't
don't have
They
one
don't
of
call
those.
those onesies.
No, they don't. But that was the funny part, Dane.
That
It's okay.
was
I
it.
don't have one of those.
Was it the funny part?
It was
I'm
very
not
funny.
sure.
The 1920s swimsuit.
Yes, I have one of those.
There you
Um,
go.
But yeah, it's tough because I don't ever take 20 minutes to smoke a cigar.
You're doing it tonight.
I'm doing it tonight, but
Look at the
I'm
burn
almost-
on that. It's fantastic.
yeah, it is stacking
Stacking
Some serious
stacking
numbers
some ash dimes there.
See, now Paul and I keep ashing. We're, I think we're just in the habit of going tap tap.
Yeah.
These guys, they want to get something big out of this little cigar.
Absolutely.
But they're smoking actually the larger of the smaller cigars.
That's
versus
true.
you and
we're
I.
we're
Yeah,
smoking
we're
the
smoking the
smallest
smaller,
ones.
the small.
Excuses.
And they're
This is
Dave's,
the smallest cigar,
Dave's
isn't it?
getting to the halfway point.
No.
And
In the Hemingway series, this is the
In
smallest
the
cigar.
Hemingway, but between the four of us, you and
Oh.
Dave are smoking the larger of the smaller cigars.
I suppose.
Especially Dave.
Yeah.
Dave is, yes.
now short cigars are really good for weddings and stuff like that. People come in, they want to get gifts for the groomsmen or stuff like that. Getting a shorter cigar, I think, is the way to go. You don't want to keep the bride waiting while you're out having your cigar, whatever. And those Byron Petit Poemas, that would be a fantastic choice, at least for the groom, if not for everybody in that party. But if you're looking to get everybody together and get out for just a little bit, short cigar is the way to go. For me, if I'm echoing what I think was said. If I need to walk the dog 15, 20 minutes, short cigar. If I want to, sit outside and enjoy the sights on a cool evening, that's a short cigar. But like Paul said, if it's really cold out there, Pastor Padron is not sitting outside freezing his little tuchus off. He's inside by his fire,
Oh yeah.
where I might still smoke a short cigar because short cigars, especially a size like this, one of the reasons the price differential is the way it is, it's still, $5, $6, $7 for a small amount of tobacco is because there's very little room for error in rolling these. That's even more so with the Hemingway Short Story because of its figurado size. You have to be really, really good and pay attention to what you're doing. When you're rolling a cigar that has a 60 ring gauge, you can funk around a little bit with where tobacco sits in the filler. But when you're doing a cigar that's, in Paul's case or my case, it's a 40 ring gauge, you got to know what you're doing. And hence the price is a little bit up. Although my cigar here is $4.50, and that's a really, really great,
Very
small
reasonable
cigar.
Especially for a Tatuaje.
Especially for a Tatuaje, and it's just a fantastic, fantastic cigar. Now, let's do a little Pastor Padron's cigar confessions.
Nice. Let's do it.
Okay. Now, as the seasons are getting colder, I've already had to, help a couple of people with this. Don't be leaving your cigars out in your car like you have been all summer long. They're not going to be the same thing when you try and smoke them the next morning.
They're going to burst.
They're going to burst.
Boom.
Tobacco is very, very delicate. Your cigar is very delicate. And these massive, quick temperature changes of, it may be a very pleasant 60, 65 like it was here today. But if it gets to 40-something degrees, in just a few short hours, that's a big change in a short period of time for your cigar. And as it gets colder and the air gets, drier, the tobacco is going to shrink.
Yep.
And it's going to dry out. And then when you try and humidify it again, or when you try and light it up and it starts to expand because of the heat, things are going to crack. So this is that time of year where you can't be affording to just leave your cigar, even if they're in a Ziploc bag. You can't leave them in your car. You got to take them inside at the very least. And I'd recommend if you don't have a humidor at home, get one of the little personal size Boveda packs for $1. Put it in that Ziploc bag that the cigars come in, and then they'll be fine for a good amount of time. But now the only exception to that would be if you really are that kind of person that's like, I can't ever remember to get my cigars out of the car, then Toscano is the right cigar for you.
Yes. You can leave those things out of humidification.
And
Anywhere.
those are short cigars as well. So it fits right into our theme. The cigars are fire cured. They don't need humidification. You can just leave them in your glove compartment. I have a pack in my glove compartment.
I do as well.
For emergency smoking occasions.
I do, yes. Which I need another pack because I've been smoking them because they're delicious.
They are. They're good.
They're
it's
really
a
nice.
Great, great little smoke.
Clint Eastwood loved them.
Yes, he did.
Yes. I don't think he smoked those exact ones, but
hopefully
all right.
Not. Let's hope that we're not smoking 50-year-old tobacco. There is a law of diminishing returns.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
How about another confession or pet peeve that I absolutely
Oh sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is
Not-
nicotine cigar confession?
about the people that come in either jokingly or seriously.
And ask for a small cigar.
No.
Get out of here! I don't sell nothing that ain't 60 ring gauge.
8 inches. The people that say that they store their cigars in the freezer.
Oh yeah.
Why do you do that? That's I knew a family member, my wife's cousin said it to me one time. We're over his house, and he's like, took me aside. He's like, Nick, let's go have a couple smokes. I'm like, all right, let's go. He's like, we'll go in the garage. I'm like, all right.
Let me get them out.
We go in the garage. He has a fridge there, and he goes. I'm like, all right, well, where's the cigar? He's like, oh, they're in the freezer. Get them in the freezer. I'm like, in the freezer? He's like, yeah, I stole them all in the freezer, and he had about 25 cigars in a plastic bag. They weren't even in a Ziploc bag. And he pulled them out, and he's like, yeah, they're still good, right, Nick? I'm like, I'll have to go get mine from the car. Like, no, they're done. God knows how long they've been in there for.
Were they Connecticut wrapped?
No, I don't know what they were. Oh, man. And I told him, I'm like, man, we need to get you a humidor. This is not good. But, yeah, the people that come in and say they store their cigars in the freezer, that's not right. You shouldn't be doing that to the cigars. You paid really good money for them. Somebody put their heart and soul into those cigars for you to smoke them and store them correctly. Don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. If you do that, take them out of the freezer. Come to Twins. Get yourself a humidor. We'll set you up. Please.
There's let me tell you, the only reason you would want to freeze your cigars at all is if you were concerned that there were tobacco beetles in your cigars, that you had some evidence that these cigars had beetles or might have beetles. The freezing will kill them, kill the eggs, leave them in there for a couple of days, and then take them out. But then you would slowly bring them back. You would not then just chuck them into a 70-degree, 70% humidity humidor. You would have to really carefully bring those cigars back up, because again, you're wanting to make sure that you are not expanding the tobacco so quickly that the wrapper is going to burst. That's a lot of work. So I would recommend not doing that at all. But that's the only exception to the rule. I don't know where that idea came from to put them in the refrigerator.
I have no idea.
I know what's the term? Refrigerators used to, remember they used to get a lot of condensation on the inside and the ice would build up. What was that? Now refrigerators don't do that anymore. What's that called? The word
freezer burn?
No,
not freezer burn.
They're like anyway. There is no humidity in your freezer anymore.
Right.
The humidity is removed. That's why there's no ice buildup in your fridge. And if they pull the humidity out to keep things cold, they're going to get the humidity out of your cigars and then get them cold, which is the worst thing you could possibly do. Anyway, that is good. That's one of those things that's very hard to believe.
Yep.
Very hard to believe.
It's amazing what customers actually leave in their cars. I mean, how many customers have we come across where they're at the checkout, they're getting ready to pay for their cigars, they're checking their pockets, and all of a sudden they realize, oh, I left my wallet in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And I must come across at least one or two a day who just have to fly out to their car and go retrieve it.
What's amazing to me is that I've seen customers who repeatedly leave their cutter and lighter in the car.
Yes.
Well,
and then come in and they need a cutter and lighter. Well, you don't. Where's yours? Because I know they have one, not because I'm being snarky. Okay. But, oh, it's in the car. I'm like, well, why didn't you bring it in? Why don't you bring it in? I don't want to go back out there.
I forgot it.
Yours? Lick. No, you cannot. I did. I know I've said it before, but
cut up for you.
I can't ignore it. Again, the whole licking thing. I had a customer come in and bought a cigar and took it out of the wrapper, licked it and everything. Got in his mouth. Could I borrow your cutter?
Mm-mm.
And I looked at him. I said, no.
Buy one.
And he said, why? Because I put the cigar in my mouth? I said, yes, that's why. Is that a question? Why? That's no. And he said, okay, that's all right. I'll just bite off the end. And he did. And he was, but it was. He had to ask, is it because I put my cigar in my mouth?
Yes,
that's
sir,
a good question. I mean, not only is that gross to begin with, but it's a pandemic. I have no idea where your mouth has been.
So, Danny,
I'm not giving you my cutter.
So a good.
Sorry. That was the 12th time we've talked about that on the show.
Yes,
but still.
we're apologizing for that. So a good point to that. I had a conversation with a customer about 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about humidors and the walk-in and humidification and everything. And he's like, well, when did humidors come into play in the cigar industry? And I was like, at that point, we had customers everywhere, and I was like, oh, I kind of really don't know. And he's like, oh, that's a good question, because back in the Old West, everybody smoked. Nobody really had humidors or, travel doors or anything like that. That was all kind of pretty recent.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of left me with that question. And later on that night, I went home, and as I was smoking in my smoking room, I looked it up. And there wasn't really that much. The only thing that I could find was a lot of times they would lick the cigar to rehydrate the cigar.
Correct.
Because of it was hot and they just rolled it and there was no humidors or anything like that.
That's right.
And they also dipped their cigar in the whiskey as well.
Mm-hmm.
One for flavor and to rehydrate the cigar.
Yep. Yep.
That's very
Both
interesting.
very
I didn't
true.
know.
That's
Yeah.
one of the and so that's continued into today, and I've seen people do it.
Yeah.
Totally, run the whole cigar over their tongue and get it all nice and wet.
Mhm.
I'm looking at it going, what are you doing?
You don't
And
need to do that,
you don't need to
guys.
do that
You don't need to do that anymore.
You
This
don't
We
need
is
to
have
do
the
it anymore.
technology.
Yes.
yes, we do have the technology.
We have set you free.
Yes.
We have set you free. Now, what is our final verdict here on these short cigars? Paul, why don't we start with your Factory 57 Dogwalker from 724, Kirk Kendall.
Well, first of all, the construction on this has been flawless. The burn line has been razor sharp. It's been just a pleasure to smoke. Still getting a lot of those sweet, spicy, earthy notes. The leather and the cocoa has kind of subsided a bit. I think the pairing is just bringing out a lot more of those earthy, spicy notes. Just fantastic. Highly recommend this one. This is an easy. We talk about this a lot in the humidor. This is a perfect 30-minute smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want 30 minutes? Get a dog walker
Absolutely. Or a Verocu.
or a Verocu.
Well, if the Factory 57 Dogwalker is one of my favorite all-time short cigars. It is a fantastic, fantastic cigar. This, quite frankly, is very similar. Also the Nicaraguan Havana wrapper, Nicaraguan binder filler, as opposed to all of South America that's in Kirk Kendall's cigar there. Nice, rich, deep sweetness, earthy, coffee notes, some dark cocoa flavor to this. It is a beautiful, beautiful cigar. And again, this cigar has been smoking flawlessly too. Hasn't gotten hot or anything. Just a real nice, smooth smoke. Is it super complex? No. But it's got enough going on to keep you interested, certainly for the 30 minutes it takes to smoke this thing. Great cigar. I really recommend, especially at $4.50.
Yeah, it's
this is
unbeatable.
a fantastic cigar. If you're looking for a great cigar for a little bit of money, this is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Nick,
Yeah.
you're still smoking that. I'm
That's
actually
amazing.
impressed.
Yes.
I am.
I thought you were going to be done with that 20 minutes ago.
Well, it took my time. Thank you. Thank you. What can I say? This is one of my favorite short cigars, the Short Story by Fuente. Cameroon wrapper. It's giving you some earth, giving some sweetness. Pretty good with the bourbon. I would select something else, but really good nonetheless. Good 30 minutes. I'm burning my lips on this because I think the cherry is right at the end. But still going strong. Burn line really good. Construction very well. Wouldn't expect anything less from Fuente. Tastes really good. Light to medium. You're not going to get a heavy cigar out of a Short Story. But definitely recommend it. I recommend the cigar all the time when people are looking for something 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes.
That's a great anytime, anywhere smoke.
Absolutely.
Anybody could smoke that.
Yeah.
It's, if you're a lighter cigar smoker, that's not going to be too heavy for you. If you are a more heavy smoker looking for something that's got lots of flavor to it, that's going to deliver. But it, like you said, it's not a super strong cigar.
Nope.
But it certainly has a lot going on.
Yeah. So it's awesome. Great flavor out of it.
Now, let's look at Dave's Virtue over there.
Look at that.
The
Ash is bigger than the cigar.
Stack of
Ash
nickels.
is virtuous over there. That's fantastic.
There's a lot of virtue in this. Yep. And I've been picking up some mild coffee and cocoa notes in it.
Mild coffee and cocoa.
Along with the nuts.
Some
Oh,
nuts.
Nuts.
Sweet nuts.
Some sweet nuts. But this is my favorite morning cigar ever with a cup of coffee. I love this.
Yeah. You want? Can I let you in on a secret, Dave?
Let me honest, man.
I don't have a whole lot of cigars at home.
Really?
I don't believe that.
I don't.
I don't believe
I've
that
never
either.
I've never had a whole lot of cigars at home.
Compared to Kurt.
No. Compared to Kurt, I certainly don't have a lot of cigars at home. But being that I work in one of the best smoke shops, in the country, I'm surrounded by cigars all the time. So, I don't actually have a lot at home. And add to that I have not really bought a lot of boxes of cigars because, again,
The variety.
I'm here. So much of my time is here.
The variety is
Yeah,
extensive.
and the variety of it. But I have bought multiple boxes of those for that very reason, to have it in the morning with a cup of coffee.
Yep.
It is a fantastic, fantastic cigar. And the price point on that is right. It's $7.25. It's a fantastic cigar for the money.
My close
And
second
box
is,
worthy.
close second for me for morning is RoMa de Cuba Robusto.
It's also a good smoke right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not a
it
shorty,
is.
but still a goodie.
Not a shorty, but still a goodie. All right, everybody. That's the first half of the show here. We're going to take a little break, and we're going to do things a little bit differently this time around. There's going to be some videos for you to watch while we're taking the break, and we have something special for you.
You got to pay attention.
During the break,
Got to pay attention.
there will be a secret phrase that's given. And if you see the secret phrase, if you say that phrase to any of the four of us at Twin Smoke Shop for the next week, you will get a special treat with your purchase. But you have to watch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ready, Dave?
I'm ready.
Let's go to break.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Welcome back to Not Just Blowing Smoke. And now we are again doing something different. Last week we did large cigars and large pipes. This week we are doing short cigars and short pipes. And we are all smoking out of little pipes. And what we are smoking in our little pipes is this. We are smoking Early Morning Pipe by Peterson. This blend was formerly out under the Dunhill brand. It had been out under Dunhill for years and years and years. And when Dunhill exited the pipe tobacco business in 2018, Scandinavian Tobacco Group acquired the rights to the name and the recipe. They'd been producing it for Dunhill for years anyway. So it was the best possible thing that could happen, because virtually the only thing that changed about Early Morning Pipe when it came out with STG is Dunhill was exchanged with the name Peterson on the label. That is the only change. The same people are making it, using the same tobacco. It's even in the same tin and got the same sticker. The only thing that's changed is Peterson. And Early Morning Pipe has been a favorite pipe tobacco for English blend lovers for 100-something years. It's been around for a very, very long time. And from the tin, it says, a mellow and delicately flavored smoking blend with oriental tobaccos and light and red Virginias, first pressed and then gently roasted with parts of Latakia, medium cut, English mixture. It is manufactured, as I said, by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. It's an English blend, Latakia, Orientals, Virginia, no flavoring, and a medium cut ribbon blend. And Paul, what are we drinking here with this stuff?
We are drinking the Jefferson's Reserve.
Where do we? What?
The Jefferson's Reserve.
What?
Very old, very small batch Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Again.
That's what she said.
Well, it's one of these things. Some things are worth repeating.
Yes.
And this bourbon certainly is.
And I think this will pair just nicely with this tobacco.
We had to just go with whatever for the cigars because, matching something to across the, we had the, Dave's cigar was, mild to medium. Nick's solid medium. Both Paul and I was, medium plus. It's very hard to pick a drink that will go across the board like that. And you saw how with some of the cigars it paired better than others.
Right.
But with this pipe tobacco, I'm thinking it's going to pair extremely well.
Marvelous.
And Dave, I would like to hear your first thoughts, or your thoughts first.
I have not smoked this before. I'm getting a lot of sweetness. I think the drink is bringing even more of it out. It's mild, but it's very flavorful. Definitely get that Perique.
There is no Perique.
Or Perique? Or is it the Latakia?
There's Latakia, Orientals, and Virginia.
Yep. So the Orientals are very present in the retrohale. Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get a lot of that.
This is your
Perique.
first time in a short pipe?
Yes. Usually my pipes are quite big. I like big bowls, and I cannot lie.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Put that in a shirt, Brad.
Oh, wow.
If he's watching. Yeah. So the
Can you describe what you're smoking at all?
I can, yes.
Yeah.
Sweet, earthy, a little pepper on the retrohale, but a nice light balance in there too. It's not heavy. I'd say light plus on there for me.
Light plus.
Light plus.
Light plus. Paul, what about you?
This is excellent. Yeah, thanks, Dave. No, I'm getting a lot of nice,
beautiful meat.
Good timing, Dave. I'm getting a lot of nice fruit from this tobacco. A lot of little nutty flavors, some spice from the Orientals. Wonderful retrohale too. Nice and light. The drink is bringing out. I would agree with Dave. Is bringing out a little bit more of the sweetness for me. Really smoothing out the retrohale. But a lot, like I said, the fruit flavors is pronounced. The almost the incense, the aromatic incense is there for me. So I think it's a fantastic tobacco. I've had a bowl of this prior to the show, and this is really, really delicious.
Excellent. This is nice and earthy. There's some leather in there, some savory notes. Just a touch of smoke from the Latakia, but let me tell you, it's the Orientals and the Virginias that are really the forward players with this. The Latakia is more of a supportive player in this. It's just a little bit smoky in the background. So if you are somebody who likes Latakia in lighter amounts, this is a great tobacco for you. If you are an English blend smoker, I think that this is easily an all-day smoke. It's got a lot going on, and it's got that nice zip from the Orientals. There's those rich fruity flavors and hay, and even some bread notes from the Virginias there that I'm getting. It's very, very good. Now, like I said at the beginning of the segment here, we are all doing short pipes, and our pipes are. Paul is smoking a Peterson Short. That's a series of pipes that they came out with, I think at the end of last year, beginning of this year. It is the 80S size, and it is 4.82 inches from end to end, and that retails for $1.15 in that rusticated finish there. Dave is smoking the Rossi Note in the 8311 size. It's 5.05 inches long, which technically is beyond what I would call a short pipe. I think a short pipe is anything 5 inches or less. At 5.05 inches, Dave's kind of cheating a little bit, but he's an ornery person who refused to do anything else. And,
So basically, Dave, you failed by 0.05.
yeah, yep, close,
But no cigar.
but no cigar. Exactly. And Dave is also smoking the cheapest pipe here at $80. Nick is smoking the Moonshine Patriot with a leather blast finish.
That's so big.
It is 4.91 inches, and the MSRP on that is $145. It's a nice little pipe, great little poker, And this is also a moonshine. It is the Moonshine Devil's Ants with the Midnight Sandblast on it. This is the smallest of the small pipes we're smoking. It's 4.11 inches from end to end, and the MSRP on this is $135. Now, in Dave's defense, there is no hard and fast rule on what a short pipe is. But for the purposes of this show, we're going to say 5 inches or less is a short pipe. And by that metric, Dave missed it by 0.05 inches. Now,
smoke is ruined.
Yes. Now, short pipes don't necessarily mean that the bowl is small. In fact, one of the definitions for a nose warmer pipe is that it's a pipe that is short but has a regular size bowl on the end. It's not a tiny little bowl with a short stem and mouthpiece. It's a full-size bowl. Devil's Ants here is a good example of that. It's a full-size bowl, and but it is this dinky little stem and mouthpiece there. And the idea of a nose warmer or a short pipe is that it's easy to clench, it's easy to hang in your teeth because the pipe is generally a lot lighter because there's not as much to it. And also the bowl being so close to your nose, you're gonna feel the heat on your nose. It's gonna warm your nose, and the smoke from the bowl is going to be wafting into your nose as you're smoking it if you're clenching your pipe, because it is so close to your nose, and because your olfactory senses are so related to your taste and your palate that you're going to get more intense profiles than maybe you would in another pipe. Another thing about short pipes is that because the stems are so short, the smoke is not going to cool near as much as it would in a longer pipe, or certainly a church warden, and that's going to change your experience of the tobacco as well, because the smoke that's going into your mouth is going to be a lot warmer than maybe it would be with a longer normal sized pipe, or certainly a church warden pipe. And also, another thing about these short pipes is that they're great pocket pipes. They're very easy to just throw into your pocket. They don't take up a lot of space. They don't weigh a lot, so they're easy to carry. Whereas big bowl pipes like we had last week, if we were walking around with those in our pockets, people would know. Some people might even have been offended. But with these, you don't have to worry about it. So what I want to know with you guys, now I know for many of you, because you're newer pipe smokers than I am, is this everybody's first time with Early Morning Pipe today?
Yes.
Okay. So, in an ideal world, we would be talking about how this tobacco smokes differently, if at all, in a short pipe as opposed to a regular size or longer pipe. But we're going to punt because this isn't a perfect world. And in your, does this experience of using a shorter pipe change your experience of smoking at all with this?
You want me to stand?
No. So so I'll tell you, since I have smoked the early morning pipe. As a matter of fact, I did intentionally smoke a bowl in a regular size pipe earlier today, and early morning pipe is a great pipe tobacco. It's again, I would say on the stronger side of mild, maybe medium, depending on how quickly you're smoking it as far as the body goes. This is my first time smoking it in a short pipe, and for me, the flavors are a little bit more intense than they were in the more normal size pipe. And I'm wanting to know what you guys are experiencing as you're smoking this. Are you thinking the pipe's getting in the way of your face? Is it too difficult to hold? Is it, The one thing I could tell you, you know, I need glasses, as you see here, but even with my glasses off, you know, this pipe is so stinking short.
You don't need
know,
them. You don't need them.
No, it doesn't matter. It's blurry anyway. By the time it's so close to your freaking face, you're looking down at the end of your nose, trying to light the pipe, and you know it's some work there to do that. So there's
I think this is an absolutely fantastic experience here for me, and what I noticed from this is I'm getting a lot of deep fruit from this tobacco, and I'm wondering if I was to smoke this with a longer pipe, i.e. the rusticated fishtail or the Rossi, or you know, if I had a church warden, would I be experiencing the fruit flavors as much? I would have a tendency to say no.
Yeah.
Like you said, there isn't a lot of distance that the smoke has to travel through. It's like you say, it's not cooling off as much. I think you're going to get a lot more of those flavors. I'm getting a lot more fruit. I'm getting a lot more of the spice, sweet spice, and that's the predominant flavors that I'm getting, a sweet, spicy note. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I probably would not be experiencing that as much. It probably would be getting the fruit and the spice, but it would be muted a little. And I'm actually going to say, on a body perspective, this is probably a medium for me, just flavor-wise. Not intense. It's just flavor-wise. I would love to be able to smoke this again with my normal pipe and see if I'm going to experience the same or something different.
Now, one of the things I've noticed, and I don't know if it will happen the same for you because all of your pipes, and Dave's pipe doesn't count because it's not really a short pipe, but even the stem is warm with the you know, when I'm drawing on it, and I really do think that is affecting my experience of the tobacco. I don't, you know, this really does seem to be making it a little bit richer than it was in my full-size pipe, and I think that's because of the heat that's on the palate.
I'd like to get this pipe tobacco in one of my big bowls and see how the taste is going to be different. With this one being so short, like you said, the stem is warm. It's a little bit more warm. It's intense. And I have to agree with Paul. You get more of the flavors, and they're more intense for me. And I definitely would say this is now it went from a light plus to a medium, jumped up for me halfway in the bowl. But I'd love to smoke this in a bigger bowl or a bigger pipe and see how the tobacco is going to react.
But it's warm. It's not hot.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
You know, it's a very, I'll call it a invitingly warm.
Yeah,
smoke.
it's definitely not uncomfortable.
No, it's not. It's enhancing. Like I said, I'm getting a lot more of the deep fruit for me, and that spicy sweetness is just.
I do think
delicious.
The bourbon is bringing out a lot of that fruit.
It is.
Yes.
It's lingering a little bit on the palate. It is probably enhancing the fruit flavors, but all in all, this tobacco is just outstanding.
It's fantastic.
I really, really enjoy this. It's fantastic. Thank you, Dave. Another one.
Dave, are you noticing any difference at all between smoking that pipe and smoking some of your other larger pipes?
Yep, like what was said with all of us, you know, it's definitely got more heat on it. And I think the heat is bringing, you know, some more flavor with it. I'm getting all of that stuff Paul was talking about with
All
the
that
fruit.
stuff he was talking about.
And like that mild spice.
It's a
bit,
nice, mild, savory spice with this.
It is, yes. It's very subtle.
It's like a light layer of A1 steak sauce.
And I feel like, you know, it is like a medium to me.
Light
Maybe.
later.
Hold on a
Maybe.
second.
I don't use A1 on my steaks.
I know, Nick, but the rest of us do.
Eat them rare.
Eat them raw.
Not raw, rare. I think that's the way to go. If you're gonna eat a steak, you're gonna pay upwards.
Just plain, no sauce whatsoever.
No sauce, no seasonings. 5 minutes on each side. Good to go. Down the hatch.
Are you surprised?
No.
No.
Not
Down the
one
hatch.
bit.
Yeah.
Nothing Nick says surprises
You
me.
don't really need, flavorings, toppings, sauces, or spices if you're having a handle of something with it.
That's true.
You're not going to taste
That's
it
very
anyway
true.
because your mouth is on fire.
Not on fire. It's it's.
I taste
fire. You taste fire.
That's exactly what I
taste. I taste deliciousness.
Well, it's interesting here. It's interesting that even people who haven't smoked this tobacco in a small pipe are noticing some differences in how the small pipe performs, which leads to my next question. Is a smaller pipe something that you guys would go for after tonight, or would you stick with your big bowl, freaking huge pipes?
For me, it depends on really what I'm smoking. If I'm smoking in like an aromatic or something mild, I would definitely go with the Norse warmer. But my more
Norse warmer.
more intense tobaccos like a brown or black Irish X, I would definitely use like a Church Warden or a regular bowl, because I think the cooler smoke allows you to enjoy those flavors better.
Why does the cooler smoke favor those versus this to you?
I feel I don't know. It's a palate thing. I think
It's a palate thing.
Yeah.
I would love to try either black or brown Irish X or dark bird's eye or brown number 4 in this size pipe.
It'd be interesting to try that in this pipes.
Yep.
I think it'll be incredibly more intense than what it
Oh, it
was
would be.
when
It
it was
would be.
in the regular 320 that I was smoking it in.
But now that you've mentioned meat, I would love to try the black Irish X when we get it in again in this type of pipe. Because I think those burnt end types flavors that I was getting out of it would be even that much more pronounced.
It might. It just might, Danny.
It's entirely possible. Paul, you have some news for us tonight?
Yes, I do.
Give us the news, Paulie.
Well, as some of you know, we've recently lost one of our dear friends and customers and really an employee of Twins. Mike Phillips, unfortunately, had passed away a few weeks back in a horrible accident. And so we're going to be having a special event for him this Saturday. So Saturday, October 24th, from 11 to 4, Mike's Family Farm fundraiser will be happening at the 724 Lounge. Now, the 724 Lounge will be closed to the general public during the event. The man responsible for the building of Twin Smoke Shop and the 724 Lounge, and Kurt's left-hand man, died due to injuries from a terrible ATV accident. He ran a small farm with his family, who is now in need of help. So we're asking people to join us for raffles, refreshments, and more. For tickets, please contact Twin Smoke Shop at 603-421-0242. We're going to be doing a minimum of $25 for the event ticket. But you can also go to our Facebook page and click on the GoFundMe link if you want to make a donation, if you're not planning on attending, or you're welcome to come into Twins either here in Hooksett or the one in Londonderry and make a donation to his family. But we also have a few other things that is currently going on and will go on for the next several weeks. So active now, any 724 cigar, whether it's singles or boxes that you purchase, 15% of that will be given to the family. And any 724 Jack Daniel's single barrel drink, the proceeds also will be donated to the cause. So
as that was his favorite.
That was one of his favorite drinks.
That was his
exactly.
favorite drink. That's right.
Yeah. So it's going to be I'm sure it'll be a well-attended event. We're asking people to just, I think tomorrow, the Tuesday, everything will be finalized. So if you have any questions, call, ask for Zeke or Sean. They'll be glad to give you all the information. But it's going to be a great event, and I'm sure, like I said, it's going to be very, very well attended.
Right, and I want to make sure we all understand that the $25 admission price will go directly to the family. And so if you donate more than that for your ticket price, all that money will go to them. But everything, all the, what's the word? Now I can't think. I suppose I've had too much bourbon. The raffles and things that are going to be held, everything that's, all the money that's raised from 11 to 4 at that event is going to go to the family, and we want to make it as big and as successful as we can. So please give to that. This is literally, we're coming at you from the house that Mike built.
Absolutely.
Here in Hooksett, he did almost all the work in here in this building that I'm sitting in.
Yep.
And it is a really sad thing that we lost him. So our hearts, go out to the family, and we're looking forward to making that Saturday event a major, major thing.
I mean, he was an incredible carpenter and builder, and he had so much to do with the Londonderry location as well as the Hooksett. I mean, he was instrumental in building out what we know as Twin Smoke Shop, the humidor, the retail center, the upstairs lounge, even the deck.
The deck was his latest thing up there.
Yep. And so, just if you can attend it, like I said, call Twins to get all the information. And if you can't attend it, please make a donation either to the GoFundMe page or just come on in and give your donations. We'll happily accept them, and we'll be happy to give it to the family.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much. It's time for a little Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Well, let's ask the question first, and we'll see.
Sure.
Okay. This question is a little bit more personal. And, we're gonna start with Nick.
I need some Scooby snacks.
Nick, would you rather
Yes.
wear your significant other's underwear
Oh, wow. Damn.
or go commando?
That's a very good question, Danny.
And you're taking a lot of time to think about it, which
That is
very nerve-wracking to me.
Commando, man. Commando.
You'd rather go commando.
I would definitely rather go commando, my friend.
Why?
Cause I'm.
Cause.
That stop poking me. Because that's what I feel comfortable wearing.
Or not.
Not wearing.
Or not wearing. Is that's kind of what I do all the time. So.
Oh, whoa! That's a little. That's TMI. I mean, we've gone from would you rather in kind of a mysterious kind of, in another possible dimension sense to, you prefer to go commando all the time.
I would, yeah. I would rather go commando than to wear my wife's underwear. Sir.
Okay. Dave?
Yeah. Well, this is easy. I don't have a girlfriend, so
right.
I just continue to wear my underwear.
Just depends on the depends on the week.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
would
your
go.
significant others are your kids. Would you
Well,
rather
yeah,
wear?
then I would go free balling. Yeah. Commando. Yep. Then I'll hang out.
And
Yeah,
after
so-
that, we went from 5 viewers to 0 viewers.
Jesus has left the chat.
I think the viewership is increasing now.
Paul,
This
would
is
you rather
this,
wear her or his? I don't know your significant other's underwear or go
I
commando.
hope it's a her. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. First of all, I
She
would
wears
never.
your underwear, so
Nope.
it doesn't matter.
I
who
would,
wears yours either way.
I would never wear her underwear, and I actually do go commando.
There you go.
Again, this is one of these questions.
This is one of the questions that you probably shouldn't ask.
thought would be really funny, and now I'm finding out some strange things about the people.
It's transcendent.
very municipal.
Yes, yes. Now I'm wondering what I should answer at all.
This.
First of all, the underwear is very restricting. At least to me. I mean, I used to for years. I don't want to get into too much, but I'm saying underwear can be very restricting, and the boxers, yes, they're fine, but as Kramer from Seinfeld said to Jerry in one of the episodes, I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Oh yeah.
I have spoken. This is the way.
I'll leave it at that.
Oh my goodness.
That's right.
You asked the question.
You asked the
Pastor.
question.
You asked the
Don't
question. I do not lie. So.
Yep. I suppose I had that coming.
Yeah, you did. For sure.
Heather says she pre-called Nick's response in her head.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks, Heather. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we all knew what Nick was going to say. Dave, I kind of had a feeling he would say that. Now I'm of two minds about this, really.
Really? You would wear underwear and your wife's underwear?
No, I mean that's not the question. The question isn't, would I rather wear my underwear with my wife's underwear over it? It's, would you rather wear your wife's underwear or your significant other's underwear or go commando?
Yes.
And,
what do you prefer, Daddy?
there's, there's,
She wears boxers.
Oh my God.
No, not saying that, but it's like, there is I like things to be safe. I like my things safe. I like knowing where they are. I don't like them going off all over the place. And so,
Good for you, Danny. Good for you.
And so, there's part of me that says, I'd rather know where they are and have them in one place. And, and then there's the other part of me. It's like, well, it's your wife's underwear, though. Do you really want to do that?
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure, but, I'm leaning towards wearing the underwear.
Hey, you gotta wear it. You gotta wear it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm leaning that way. Yep, because I like to know where things are.
Hey,
I like,
why not, right?
When I put something somewhere, I want to know that it's still where I left it. You know what I mean?
I suppose I could elaborate on that, but I won't. I will save it for
I'll just come
the
out
after
and say
show.
it. So my ex-girlfriends, if I wore their underwear, it would not keep anything anywhere. There's just not enough fabric.
You didn't have to elaborate, but thank you.
Wow. Sorry. Commando all the way. Yeah.
And that's not just blowing smoke.
Just blowing smoke.
See you next time, guys.
Not just blowing smoke, Pete. So, the final verdict here on Early Morning Pipe and your short pipe and the pairing here. So I guess the question is, short pipe, would you do it again?
Yes, absolutely.
And would you do this tobacco again?
Absolutely. This has been a fantastic.
It's transcendent.
And would you have this drink again?
Oh, without a doubt. I would actually have this pipe with this tobacco with this drink again. No questions asked. This has been a fantastically fruit flavored, spicy, earthy, a little bit of nuttiness to it. Medium smoke. I think the intensity level because of the short pipe is just increased. I'm guessing, but I'm going to try this out with my other pipe shortly. But yeah, this has been an absolutely fantastic tobacco and drink.
I think this pipe is like literally right in my face. It's so short, and the smoke. When it's coming off the bowl, it's going right up my nose, and the retrohale on this is amazing.
It is.
I love it. There's just enough spice, and the whole smoke. And again, a lot of it is because it's so short. It's very warm, and I think that just brings out a lot about this tobacco. I'm enjoying those fruity bread and hay notes in the Virginias, the spice and kind of sweet and sour tang that you get from the Orientals. And that Latakia, that nice smoky background, is just really, really fantastic. It goes great with the Jeffersons. It's just a fantastic pairing for me, and I'm really enjoying it in this Devil's Ants pipe by Moonshine. It's just fantastic. Nick, what's your final thoughts here?
Tobacco, delicious. Fruit notes, bread notes, the subtle spice, solid medium.
Forever known as the not just wearing silk episode.
Yes. Thanks, Rod. Appreciate that.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Rod.
That's
that
great,
was
Rod.
priceless.
Cheers to that.
We've gone from 4 back to 5.
Yes, we have. So really great tobacco. Love to have this in a bigger bowl to see how.
Why am I not surprised?
Of course.
Why
I
am I not
want to
surprised?
see
I
the
want a bigger bowl.
difference.
I
I want to see the difference. But with the bourbon and the tobacco, it is really great. The bourbon has a long finish, really oaky, nice sweet note in there, kind of complements the tobacco a little bit. Earth, wood, everything nice about this combination. About the pairing, really nice. I need to get used to having a small pipe, having it in my face, like right there. It's a little annoying for me, but it's a really nice experience.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah, it's always in my face. It's just dangling there, and it's
All right.
I like, remember,
You know.
it's short and sweet.
short
Okay,
and sweet.
Dave,
I concur.
I do.
you concur.
I concur.
That's all you're going to say.
I love it in the short pipe. I would like to try it in a bigger
Is that
pipe.
really a short pipe, Dave?
Yes, it is really a short pipe, Dan. And,
0.05, Dave. 0.05.
Missed it by that much.
That much.
Yep. Depends on where you put the ruler probes. But
The roller cogs?
the
The
ruler.
ruler.
Yeah,
That's true as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he's cheating.
Yeah.
He's cheating.
cheating.
Cheating. Don't be a cheater.
But no, it's very intense when it's this short, and I would definitely smoke it again in this pipe with a drink. It's absolutely amazing.
Would you want to see what the difference is in a larger pipe with this tobacco?
Mm-hmm. I would,
Mm.
and I will.
Well, we'll get back to you on that, people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, next week is going to be a little bit different for us. We are not going to have a Monday night show.
Nope.
We're going to have a show on Friday, the 30th. NGBS will be live Friday from here, Hooks It, and we will be covering our Tatuaje event. We have a special Tatuaje event that will be going on here, and we will be recording live at that event this week. So next week, we're going to be smoking the event cigar, the pumpkin spice, cigar, and with our area rep Edgar. He's going to be here. I don't know if anyone else is coming from Tatuaje.
Maybe KC.
Maybe KC. We'll find out. But that would be KC's second time on the show. That would be fantastic.
Yeah,
If we're going to have him. But that's going to be a different run thing, and we might be a little bit mobile and up and around here in the store. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you are around and in the area and you've always wanted to be on Not Just Blowing Smoke,
Oh yeah.
because we will be recording live at the event, this might just be your time.
Your
to
5
join
minutes of
in
fame.
on the fun. Your 5 minutes of fame. There might even be your mom watching the show, which would help us out at
Yes.
this rate, because we're dropping like flies at this point. Anyway, so remember, next Monday there will not be an episode, but it will be Friday next week, Friday, October 30th, right here at. And when are we going to be recording that?
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock,
5
I
o'clock.
believe. 5 o'clock is
yeah.
when it'll be from 5 to 6:30 on Friday afternoon Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to be good. We'll be putting out an event page on Facebook, so you'll get the times and all that in advance. But it's going to be really, really good. And it's going to be fun to do something a little bit different, do something live like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's our show for this week, people. Thanks for joining with us. And we will see you next Friday night, October 30th, 5 o'clock, right here. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. And that's not just blowing smoke.
Thanks, everyone.
Stay smoky, my friends. Another day, another smoke. Wow. That would you rather question was
Very municipal.
wow. You got that clear?
I didn't know. I saw
it, though,
on the list, and I said, "Oh my gosh!"
I thought we were doing an episode just for Mike Monday.
No,
No,
that
no,
changed.
No,
They're not going to do it.
no, because Monday, it was supposed to be on Monday, but then they switched it back to Saturday.
Yeah.
So that we couldn't do the podcast.
Right. Wow. Oh my lord. That would you rather question. That